Hey you guys, it's John. And recently, for a project, I had to specify door pulls for both drawers and cabinet door fronts for a kitchen area. And since I really couldn't make it out of the house to go to showrooms, I decided to go online to Restoration Hardware and just order every single thing that captured my interest or my eye for this project and have it delivered to the house. Now that's a great way to check out products right now when you can't go to a showroom. You know, feel free to always order a single piece, just have it sent to your house, and then you can return it if you don't like it. I promise they don't mind. But that said and done, these are some that I pulled, and I wanted to walk you through the ones that I love, the ones that are kind of like meh, and then the ones that I hate, and kind of show you how I look at hardware and how I specify it for a project, and specifically through Restoration Hardware. So the good thing about Restoration Hardware is they have quite a selection. It's very curated and the quality is consistent. So those are all in its favor. The thing that in general I'm a little hesitant about with Restoration is sometimes, not always, sometimes their prices can kind of tip over the edge for me. And other times some of it can just be a little bit non-compelling. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's check some out and I'll show you exactly what I'm saying with this. The first and most classic piece that they're known for and that most of us use or have seen at one time or another is the Bistro Knob. It's traditionally kind of considered to be a French bistro pole. And I have it here in the aged brass finish. Now specifically on this piece, I'll be frank with you, I'm not in love with the finish. It feels a little uneven and marked, not in a good way. And additionally, I don't like this flare. I don't like the flare on the front. It's like cupped more on the bottom side than it is on the top side. It's rather flat on the top side and the bottom has a cup. Something about that kind of drives me nuts. It's $12 a pop. To be frank with you, I think you could do better. The second piece is Gilmore in polished nickel. It's a cup hole, a very traditional cup hole, and I wanted to check it out in this finish. I'll be honest, I like this piece. I think it's a standard, it's a go-to for anybody that's doing kind of an English style kitchen or bathroom. This is a wonderful piece to use. The price is amazing, $9. And what I love about it is it uses real screws. The holes that are on the side are not just decorative. When the screw goes in, it actually comes with a polished nickel screw to go into it. I love that. That's that detail you want. You want functioning screws in there, not decorative. So I love that. If there's any room for improvement, it would be the articulations here on the edge are a little soft. Sometimes in less expensive hardware, you'll see that. You'll see where when they dipped the final finish in there, it just kind of, you know, but it's good. It's good, and it's $9. So this would be on the good list. The third piece is the Lambeth. It's a newer piece that they have at Restoration Hardware. And honestly, this is a chunky piece. I love this one. This one immediately is everything that I look for in hardware. It's in polished nickel. It's got the knurled pole right here. The knurled is like, I call it coining, but it's the crosshatch pattern that's on the actual pole itself. Absolutely beautiful, especially with that polished mirror finish on the edge. I love the rounded contours. I love the feel of this in my hand. It's a little up there. It's $29 for each pull, but this is a good one. This is gorgeous. The next one, the Vahill, it's also stellar. For a more contemporary interior, when you just want to see that beautiful kind of polished, polished face front of the piece, and not too much weight, this is something that you can mount to your cabinet and will absolutely disappear in an elegant, contemporary, and modern way. I love it. It's $18. This is the chrome finish. It's heavy, it's chunky, it feels very high-end. I love that piece. For $18, I think that's amazing. The next piece is the Asberry. This is in chrome, the polished chrome, and it's $12. Now this style of hardware harkens back to like turn of the century when they would sell these end pieces and then you would customize the interior insert. And you were able to cut that piece down to make it specific for whatever drawer you made. So you can see there's the center piece and then the two end pieces here on the Asberry. This is in the chrome finish. It's got the coining on the edge here. It's got a beautiful flared edge, and then also the reveal. This has a lot more detail. It's more traditional in its profile. I think it's a stunning piece. For $12, I think this is a beautiful piece if you're in a more traditional environment. The Duluth, $9. This is another flush mount pull, meaning this is a cup pull. From underneath, you grab it and you pull it forward. I actually love this one, and I think it has an edge over the Gilmore that we looked at earlier. What I like about it is the silhouette is a little bit more shaped and tapered. It's got a slightly unique profile to it, and again, it's got those functioning screw holes that are on the side. This one would be great in both a contemporary and a classic interior because those lines are so well edited. And as an aside, I want to show you, this is a piece that I picked up from Home Depot. It's comparable. It's comparable to the Duluth, and I wanted to see them side by side to understand the difference between a $9 piece of hardware and something that goes for much less. But when I picked it up and when it was delivered, you can see it's got fake screws on the ends, which I don't love. The weight is significantly different. I actually want to check out the weight real quick. The weight for the Duluth is 2¼ ounce. The weight for the Home Depot is 1¼ ounce. So it's exactly half. Excuse me, it's exactly half the weight, and it feels like it. Also, you can see in the chrome finish, there's imperfections that are in the Home Depot piece. Of course, you could select the Home Depot piece by piece and make sure you don't get those, but to be frank with you, the fact that they sent out pieces with that kind of imperfection, that's not great. So I don't see a huge cost savings there, or how shall I say it? There is a cost savings. I don't see a great value there. So I'd prefer the Duluth from Restoration Hardware to the comparable one that's over at Home Depot. Working my way down, the next one is the Aubry. It's a classic pull. I think this one ranks right up there in my top 5 pieces of hardware for every home. I just don't think you can go wrong. It's got a little bit of a flare at the base. It gets thicker in the center. Other than that, it's completely symmetrical. And then on the sides, you get the place for the real screws, and it comes with the screws that are covered also in the finish of the hardware, which I think is a really nice touch. The weight on it is absolutely beautiful. I think the Aubry absolutely makes the grade. The last one is called I think it's called, I can't pronounce it. I think it's called the Shylot? Shylot? The Shylot? I don't know. And on first glance, this one's amazing. It's got the chunk to it that I love. It's got this beautiful, beautiful profile. It has that presence that I think is beautiful. It shows off the finish incredibly. But in reality, what's not great about it, and what you can't see online, is the fact that it has these fake screws. I'm just not a fan of fake screws. They always look fake, and these ones particularly look really fake. And at $35, sadly, I think you can do better. It's right up there. It's very close. If it had different screws in it, I would totally go for it. But, you know, at this point, I'd have to pass. So that said and done, that's a quick review of my favorite pieces of hardware and some of my not so favorite at Restoration Hardware right now. I think they're definitely a company to check out and keep on the radar. They always have pieces in stock. It's a very well edited and curated collection. There's some beautiful values there, and I think it's absolutely an option for your home. So I hope this was a helpful video. I want to keep doing product reviews from different retailers so that you guys can see from a designer's point of view which pieces make the grade and which ones you just kind of need to toss to the side. Today was Restoration Hardware. tomorrow, who knows? But if you have any tips or if you want me to review any store, feel free to put it down in the comments. I really appreciate all of your support, you guys, as I kick off on this new venture of doing reviews online of home and interior design goods. And I hope to see you here next time. Thank you so much.